Skeleton Crew Episode 2, titled Way, Way Out Past the Barrier, took our renegade children into dangerous pirate lands and a special discovery with a special bit of music to go with it. This is Star Wars Music Analysis.
Do it.
The episode begins without music as the alarms and screams are plenty to fill our ears. But as the kids hear the droid approaching, the ascending half-step, just like what we heard as Wim was stuck in the ravine, enter. Giacchino seems to use this motif to represent fear, and whether intentional or not, the ascending half-step immediately makes me think of the famous John Williams motif for Jaws as well, also designed to invoke impending danger and fear.
What is that?
As the droid reveals himself, the low brass take up an ascending major third.
Intruders in the cockpit. What can I do with these gremlins?
As he grabs Wim, the major thirds are responded to by attacks in the horns and trumpets as well.
Come along.
As he's told that his captain is dead though, the theme that we originally heard when Wim discovers the hatch returns. I'm not sure if this is a theme for mystery or perhaps the ship, since we've only heard this theme in regard to the actual ship and characters on it as well. For now, I'll refer to it as the ship's theme, which also reflects mystery through its own unknown.
Pertinent creatures trying to fool me.
Then why are we here and he's not? Really, it's my
As the
fault.
kids debate what to do, the theme becomes varied and tossed around more playfully by the strings.
Wim, what should we do? Don't ask him. He's the whole reason why we're here.
As Fern talks to SM-33, the ascending half-step returns. I really enjoyed what Giacchino did in this scene. I don't actually know exactly what any of these motifs represent, and my guess is that some of them are minor things like feelings or suspense. But he's kept a limited set of musical ideas to work with, and continues to intertwine them in a way that is very in line with how Wagner would have used leitmotifs in his operas as well, as just short interminglings that if you don't hear, it doesn't matter. But if you listen closely, you realize that all of the music is directly connected to itself and the narrative. Skeleton Crew doesn't sound exactly like John Williams, which is fine, but so far it's one of the best adherences to what John Williams was trying to do, carry on the legacy of operatic composers and their complex motivic adaptations that I've ever heard from any Star Wars composer. These aren't just individual tracks designed to make a great soundtrack on Spotify. This music is all here to tell a story.
Pertinent creatures trying to fool me.
Then why are we here and he's not?
As SM-33 explains the ship to the kids, lighter music enters to fill the void while giving a lighter tone to the scene, as nobody wants to throw anyone else out of an airlock anymore.
Base thrusters, secondary base thrusters, tertiary thrusters.
The music slowly contains more mystery as the strings swell and the kids realize that getting home won't be quite as easy as they had hoped. As they look out on all the stars, the theme of mystery, or of the ship, enters again.
Is that it?
As they jump to hyperspace, the title card enters with a very passive version of the main theme. As Wim's dad runs through the woods, dissonant high strings pick up to build suspense. As he convinces the droids to help him find Wim and the other kids, a twisted version of the Skeleton Crew theme enters. And I'm really curious to see where this storyline goes, since we don't actually see these people anymore during this episode. Drones sustained while Neil looks for Wim. As he crosses a skeleton, the orchestra picks up briefly with a jump scare to echo Neil's fear. It accompanies his fear from there as well as he finds another skeleton until Wim calms him down. But as Neil pleads with Wim, a heartfelt oboe enters with the strings to build the connection between these two friends. We also hear that Skeleton Crew or main theme throughout this as well, which is kind of a theme for adventure, and you hear Wim talking about adventure as we hear that theme.
We can go anywhere we want in the whole wide galaxy.
The theme carries into the next scene too, and the mood quickly changes as they arrive at the starport with a playful version of that Skeleton Crew theme in the brass entering. A soft theme enters into high trombones that is heavily built on half-step turns, connecting it to the ascending half-step of Pending
Lord
Danger.
Borgo! They say of Borgo you'll rest well in a soft bed or a shallow grave.
A playful theme in minor then emerges as they're ferried to the actual spaceport. It turns into more of a frenzy as they land at the busy dock before disappearing into the commotion. As they look around, a soft version of the pirate theme enters in the high bassoon, foreshadowing where they've arrived.
Directions. Look, aliens. They're so
But as the camera pans out, we get a much fuller and out-in-the-open version of the theme as we see all of these pirates. And I wouldn't be surprised if, by the end of the show, we get a version of this theme where the pirates are singing the theme with lyrics. The way that the theme pulses on the same pitch and is built into very clear phrases just screams that it would be something that is sung to and has words. What do you all think though? Are we going to get a sung pirate song in the end credits or somewhere before the end of this show? From there, the strings move into seductive, short bursts as we see the brothel, but the orchestration also seems disassociated with itself as the kids are clearly feeling overwhelmed and a bit out of sorts as these violins kind of flutter in various areas and directions, unaccounted for each other.
Go.
The bassoon takes up a more modal theme that feels exotic to our ears as KB explores the exotic animals. But as she starts to wander into danger, the flute trills sound a warning until she bumps into Fern. And I think my theory of there being pirate songs at some point in the show got a little bit more possible as Wim and Neil sit down at the restaurant. In the background, you can hear diegetic music, meaning music that is actually in the scene. And this time, the music is some sort of drinking song being sung, presumably by pirates. See if you can listen closely and hear the singing as well.
That'll be 2 decks.
That'll be what now, sir?
2 decks? Credits? What do you think this is, a Griffin check? What do you want?
We'll have 2
But the background goes very quiet as the kids begin to stick out and get noticed. As Wim and Neil make their getaway, the music picks up with the energy of the scene. As the pirates chase after them, the pirate theme picks up next. Fern puts a quick stop to all of it though with a single blaster shot. As SM-33 joins the crowd, the same theme that we heard when he was first introduced returns, tying this music directly to the droid theme.
Come on!
As he starts wrecking the pirates, the music picks up while continuing to utilize portions of SM-33's theme. And as the Michael Jackson monkey fairies escape their cages, flutes accompany their flight to freedom. Frantic music continues as they try to escape, but the moment that SM-33 is zapped, the music changes moods completely as they worry for their companion. The music stays low then with the tremolos, demonstrating fear and anxiety until they're thrown into the brig.
How did they get past?
Music is mostly gone at first as they find themselves in the isolated, cold, dark prison. This allows for us to hear the eerie squeals and coughs of the environment around them. As they attempt to get the alien fare to get the key, playful music enters in the violins. A trill builds suspense, but as our hopes are dashed and it runs away, the trill humorously slides away with the little space ferret. The pizzicatos that come before and after allow for something both jovial, but also quiet as the kids attempt to remain hushed and unnoticed. As a strange voice interrupts their argument, the fearful tremolos return in the strings. I was a little bit disappointed that we didn't hear the motif we heard when we first saw the captain in the opening, but maybe later it will return, and that was going to just be too much of a clear giveaway at this point in time. But everything changes very quickly as the fellow prisoner's hand sticks out. At first, Giacchino toys with us as the solo cello enters with an ascending perfect fourth, and our minds immediately go to the Force theme. But he diverts the melody then only to have fluttering flutes interrupt. A second entrance does then indeed bring us the Force theme, and I love the way that he did this. At first, he fakes us out, making us almost believe that he wouldn't do it. Then, the cello gives us just a single phrase of the theme in a much more elaborate texture. The music still builds from there, as if the Force theme were continuing though, and it creates the illusion that it really could still be there. A solo horn tries to bring it back once more before falling away.
I've been stuck on this scabby road.
But Giacchino showed us that you don't have to be named Williams or Kiner to use the Force theme, and that it can continue to be introduced in new ways while keeping this now nearly half-century-old melody that we've probably all heard thousands of times, fresh and meaningful. I was excited to hear this because, of course, the Force theme should be present at this moment, and Mick Giacchino actually had the willingness to write it when it seems like so many Star Wars composers want to avoid using anything related to John Williams or the legacy of the franchise that they are composing within. I'm so hopeful for the rest of the series after hearing this short little phrase. My frustration right now is that I don't entirely know what themes are attributed to next. I'd like to better understand by now what exactly themes are attributed to, so that I can better understand what I should be thinking of when I hear them in certain themes. But Giacchino is doing a great job at adhering to them and the historic operatic practices that Williams was also drawn to, so my hope is that this will become clear in maybe the next episode or two. But I absolutely would love to know what all of you think. What do you think of this show so far? Were you excited or surprised to hear the Force theme, or did you not care? Do you think we'll get a pirate song by the end of this series that's actually sung? And are you having any trouble assigning themes like the ones that I've been referring to as the theme of the ship or of mystery? Do you have any theories on what it could be attributed to? Tell me in the comments below what you think, and consider checking out my Patreon page using the link in the description, where you can help support this channel for as little as $1 a month, or download PDFs and MP3s of projects as I complete them, along with other perks at higher tiers. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to learn more about the music of a galaxy far, far away, and as always, may the be with you.